Hello, whoever you are. This is day 7 of the Norway cruise. Something I forgot to note yesterday was that I tried uh, a what looked like a Norwegian equivalent of a Mars bar. It was called Jap, um, and I tried it, and yes, it basically is just a Mars bar. Um, and Mars bars are good, so the Jap bar was good. Anyway, moving on from that. So this is day 7 of the cruise, and today we went to Tromsø, which is basically as far north as Alder. The cruise is starting to backtrack now, or the ship is starting to backtrack. So we went, we went north and then east. So now we're going west before we head south again. Um, so despite being very far north, I think it was a bigger settlement than Alder. Certainly appeared that way when we landed. Went on a tour bus, and looked at various sites. The tour guide mentioned that various places are like the northernmost of that place in the world. Like, for example, there's a McDonald's that apparently is the most northern McDonald's in the world. Um, and yeah, other things mentioned about the town. They talked about a sort of like a gateway to the Arctic, and because it's the most biggest settlement that far north. So they talked about attempts to reach the Arctic. They talked a story about a Norwegian explorer who reached the North Pole in an airship, but now it was piloted by an Italian captain. And this was surprisingly very relevant because um, when this happened in the 1920s, the Italian government, led by Mussolini, felt the Italian captain didn't get enough credit, so decided there should be a sort of a expedition led by Italians to the North Pole with that same Italian captain. But their ship, I think it was like an airship, it crashed, and so the Norwegian explorer who led the previous expedition tried to rescue him in a plane, but the plane crashed and he died. So at one point we saw a statue of him, statue of various cats next to him as well, but to my knowledge, there was no connection of cats with him, so I don't know what that was about. But um, anyway, so the tour bus went to a cable car, so I got to ride the cable car. It was nice, very good views. Cable car sort of went up a mountain. I reached the top of the mountain, and well, there wasn't really much at the top of the mountain. I mean, again, there was small good views over Tromsø below. There was construction work because apparently the there's because of the increased tourism of the area, the sort of building at the top of the cable car isn't big enough, so they need to expand it. But before they can do that, they need to set up a temporary building nearby for when they knock this current building down and expand it. So we've got to see some construction work going on at the top of the mountain. And then we just went the cable car back down, got on the bus, tour continued. And Interestingly, the tour guide was another British person, although one who lived in Spain for a long time before coming to Norway because he was sick of the heat. Um, uh, so after the tour, my dad and I explored various shops and bought a Norwegian beanie because I figured I needed a new beanie. Um, and Yeah, not much to say about all the shops we explored. You could buy your standard tourism stuff there, like fridge magnets and whatnot. Um, so eventually went back onto the ship. And in terms of what's happening on the ship today, um, did some more quizzes. Not much to say about them really. Didn't win. Wasn't too difficult though. This evening's entertainment was the sort of dance troupe again. This time they were doing disco, singing and dancing, and yeah, that was pretty good. Uh, no real complaints there. And in terms of the food today, again, there's nothing really notable to say about the food. It's all perfect fine. Um, So yeah, that basically concludes day 7 of the cruise.